The Emirates was alive with energy, buzzing with anticipation as Arsenal's newest marquee signing Rodrygo finally stepped into the men's dressing room to be introduced to his new teammates for the very first time, a moment that had been building since the day his transfer was confirmed and one that carried with it the weight of expectation, excitement, and hope for a new chapter in North London. Cameras followed every step as the Brazilian forward, a player known for his flair, creativity, and eye for goal, made his way down the famous tunnel draped in the iconic red and white colors of Arsenal, colors that now symbolize not just a club, but the beginning of a new era for him. There was an unmistakable electricity inside the room, a sense of camaraderie and anticipation as the squad gathered, banter echoing off the walls, laughter blending with claps and cheers, all setting the stage for Rodrygo's first steps into this brotherhood. The first to greet him was Captain Martin Odegaard, who rose immediately to his feet, arms open, and embraced the new signing with the warmth of a true leader, whispering a few words that made it clear Rodrygo was joining not just a football team, but a family. Soon after, summer recruit Victor Gyökeres approached, clapping Rodrygo on the back, joking about the firepower Arsenal now possessed, and hinting at the destruction the pair could unleash against Premier League defenses. Then came Bukayo Saka, Arsenal's golden boy, with his trademark grin lighting up the room as he extended his hand before pulling Rodrygo into a light-hearted laugh, signaling the potential start of a partnership on the flanks that fans everywhere are already calling mouth-watering. The atmosphere reached its peak when the entire room burst into applause and chants, players surrounding Rodrygo with pats on the shoulder, handshakes, and encouraging words that captured the true essence of Arsenal's spirit, a place where new signings are immediately made to feel like they belong. Rodrygo, smiling with a mix of humility and gratitude, thanked the group for their welcome, promising to give everything he had for the badge, a pledge that resonated deeply with everyone watching. In that moment, the dressing room didn't just look like a place of preparation. It felt like a hub of ambition, a chamber where dreams were being molded into reality, filled with star power and the drive to make history. With Odegaard's creative brilliance pulling the strings, Saka's unstoppable flair on one wing, Gyökeres' physical presence up top, and Rodrygo's technical artistry now added to the equation, the Arsenal dressing room suddenly seemed like the launchpad of something monumental, a squad capable of challenging anyone in the world. For Rodrygo, this wasn't just his first day. It was his initiation into a brotherhood, a family bound by ambition, and a fan base waiting to roar his name at the Emirates. This was more than an introduction. It was the spark of a journey that could define his career and lift Arsenal to new heights. And for every supporter watching, the dream of seeing Rodrygo make history in North London has officially begun, the countdown to greatness ticking louder with every heartbeat. So, if you're excited to see Rodrygo light up the Emirates, smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel because this is only the beginning of an unforgettable story that could reshape Arsenal's future forever. The Emirates was alive with an energy that felt almost electric, a buzz of excitement that seemed to flow through every corridor of the stadium as Arsenal's newest high-profile signing Rodrygo finally stepped into the men's dressing room to meet his teammates for the very first time, a moment that carried the weight of both expectation and history. Because this was not just another player walking into the heart of the club, but a Brazilian star whose arrival had been talked about for weeks, fueling headlines, debates, and endless anticipation among supporters who believed his signing could be the missing piece to Mikel Arteta's vision of greatness. Cameras followed his every move as he walked confidently yet with a hint of awe down the famous Arsenal tunnel, the iconic red and white jersey now draped proudly on his shoulders, a jersey that would soon represent not just a change of scenery, but the start of a new chapter, a defining moment in a career that has already promised so much and is now expected to deliver glory on the grandest stage of English football. Inside the dressing room, the atmosphere was charged with laughter, chants, and playful banter, players exchanging smiles and jokes as they prepared to welcome the man who had been at the center of the footballing world's attention all summer. The first to rise was Captain Martin Odegaard, whose leadership has become the backbone of this Arsenal side, and in true captain's fashion, he moved across the room with an open embrace, pulling Rodrygo in tightly and whispering words that made clear he was not just stepping into a team, but into a family where unity and trust come before anything else. Right behind him came Victor Gyökeres, Arsenal's powerful summer striker acquisition, who clapped Rodrygo firmly on the back and grinned as he joked about the firepower Arsenal now possessed, with both of them ready to unleash chaos on defenders across Europe, hinting at a strike force that could rival any in the world. Then, as if the moment couldn't grow any brighter, Bukayo Saka, the golden boy of Arsenal and a player adored not just by the fans but by the entire footballing community, stepped forward with his trademark smile, shook Rodrygo's hand, and cracked a joke that made the room erupt in laughter, showing in an instant that a bond was already forming. One that supporters everywhere are already dreaming could blossom into a deadly partnership on the wings capable of tearing defenses apart week after week. The room then filled with applause, cheers, and chants as every player joined in welcoming Rodrygo in the true Arsenal way, with pats on the shoulder, words of encouragement, and lighthearted teasing that reminded everyone watching that this was a team built not only on talent but on brotherhood and chemistry. Rodrygo, clearly moved by the warmth of the reception, responded humbly, thanking his new teammates for making him feel at home and promising to give his heart, his energy, and his very best for the badge and for the supporters who fill the stands and sing his name.